This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Karunanidhi stomps down on the rumour mills, asserts that the allies want only him as the Chief Minister. An NDTV exclusive.
Is it definite that you will be the DMK Alliance's Chief Ministerial candidate, or could we see other candidates come up?
Stalin does the Rahul Gandhi at Kolathur, but will his charm work with the rural voters? Gadkari launches salvos at the DMK Congress Combine, praises the Election Commission for monitoring the build-up to the elections. After party heavyweights, BJP brings the tinsel town's yesteryear dream girl to Chennai, but is the Hema Malini eyeing voters or Rajnikant?
If it happens, I may come and act one movie, maybe with Rajnikant.
And new Sahayam stays as the Madurai collector. Madras High Court dismisses claims of the Madurai collector being partisan. Garbage and lots of it. That's the scene at the Chief Minister's constituency, and the people are not happy about it. Thannam Thenarasu is banking on the clean man image for the battleground Tiruchulli, while the MMK wields the caste card to take on the DMK juggernaut. And NDTV Hindu looks at the educated candidates in this poll fray. They say that they want to make revolutionary changes. Well, a very good evening and welcome to Headlines Now with me, Ashmit Kumar. Now, political heat is at its peak right now with only 6 more days to go for the elections. I'll be getting you the sense of the build-up to the polls, but first, a look at the stories coming in from across the country. The government okays the formation of a joint panel, but refuses to appoint Hazare as the chairman. What's wrong with involving citizens, says the Trinamool Congress, but Sibal says, like the NAC, civil society cannot be a part of the group of ministers. Reacting to Sharad Pawar's quitting from the group of ministers, Anna Hazare says that if one Pawar leaves, another one will follow suit. An outpouring of support for Anna's crusade, support pours in from the online world. Well, first up this hour, the 2G scammer may have become a rallying point for a national debate on corruption, but a combative DMK patriarch and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Karunanidhi says it will not be the main factor on the ground in Tamil Nadu elections. Now, speaking exclusively to NDTV, Karunanidhi said that if the CBI investigates were to implicate more DMK leaders in supplementary charge sheets, the party would allow the law to take its own course. He also said that he is the DMK Congress Alliance's only chief ministerial candidate. And when questioned about arch-rival Jayalalitha, he expressed merely a sense of pity for the opposition leader.
I'd like to start, sir, by asking you that many people began by saying that this would be an election that would be an advantage to the opposition. You were fighting anti-incumbency. In Tamil Nadu, there's a history of rotation between one alliance and the other. Do you believe that you will be able to fight the anti-incumbency? Sir, but there are serious problems that have also happened between you and the Congress in the build-up to the alliance. The DMK almost walked out of the government over that for the second time since 2009. Where does your alliance with the Congress stand today?
There was never a situation where it was about to be split, but during seat sharing process, this kind of things are normal. Now we are back to square one. We are working together towards victory.
But Mr. Karunanidhi, one of the big areas of friction and tension between the Congress and the DMK has been over what we now call nationally as the 2G scam. Are you upset with how this investigation has been conducted, or do you believe it's been conducted in a fair and transparent way?
It's being monitored by the Supreme Court. The probe is not over. At this point, it will not be proper for me to comment on that.
But sir, in case in the course of investigation there are more charge sheets against DMK leaders, would the DMK accept whichever way the law takes its course, because there have been some observations that some decisions are being put off till after the assembly elections?
எந்த முடிவு வந்தாலும் அப்படியே சொல்லியிருக்கிறேன். ஆளுநத்திலே குழப்பம் கலாட்ட இவைகள் நடைபெற்ற பொழுது ராஜாவினால் தான் இந்த குழப்பம் என்றெல்லாம் எதிர்கட்சிகள் அன்றைக்கு பிடிவாதமாக பேசிய போது நானே முன் வந்து ராஜாவை ராஜாராமா செய்ய சொல்லியது நான் தான். அதற்கு பிறகு அமைதியாக பரவாயில்லை நடைபெறவில்லை என்பது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். இப்பொழுதும் நான் சொல்வதை போல ராஜா குற்றவாளி என்று நிரூபிக்கப்பட்டவையானால் அவரை கட்சி நடவடிக்கை எடுத்து விலக்கி வைக்கும்.
If Raja was found guilty, we'll explain from the party. Even when the parliament was stalled, I had made it very clear that I was the one to ask Raja to resign first, and we had made it very clear that we'll abide by the outcome of the probe.
To talk a little bit about the elections now, but there is a joke that this is a mixie grinder election, and that while women may be very happy to get an extra mixie grinder in their kitchens, this is a way of bribing the voter. How do you respond to this criticism?
The Election Commission, அதை பற்றி சிந்தித்து முடிவு எடுக்க வேண்டும். வாக்காளர்களுக்கு தரப்படுகிற லஞ்சமா பேரமா என்பதை பற்றியெல்லாம் தேர்தல் ஆணையத்தால் எதிர்த்து முடிவெடுக்க வேண்டும். எங்களை பொறுத்தவரையில் வாக்காளர்கள் வெறும் பட்டி கட்டவர்களாக பாமரர்களாக இருத்தலாகாது என்பதற்காக உலக விஷயங்களை தெரிந்து கொள்வர்களாக இருக்க வேண்டும் என்ற அந்த அடிப்படையில் நாங்கள் அவர்களுக்கு டிவி பெட்டிகளை வழங்கினோம். அதற்கு போட்டி போட்டு கொண்டு பொழுது மிக்சி கிரைண்டர் இதெல்லாம் சொல்லுகிறார்கள். இப்பொழுது கூட எங்களுடைய தேர்தல் அறிக்கையிலே குறிப்பிட்ட சில விஷயங்களை வைத்து அதற்கு போட்டியாக பல விஷயங்களை சொல்லியிருக்கிறார்கள். ஏட்டிக்கு போட்டி இது போன்ற காரியங்கள் நல்லதல்ல. உண்மையிலேயே செய்ய போவதை சொன்னால் தாங்கள் இதற்கு முன்பு சொல்லி காட்டியிருக்கிறோம், செய்து காட்டியிருக்கிறோம் என்பதை சொல்லி நிரூபிக்க வேண்டும். கடந்த 2006 முன்பு நடைபெற்ற தேர்தலில் ஜெயலலிதா கொடுத்த எந்த வாக்குறுதி நிறைவேற்றப்பட்டது என்பதை பார்க்க வேண்டும்.
It's the Election Commission should seriously consider and decide whether it's right or not to give freebies. But our idea is to provide television. In 2001, our idea of providing television is to make it as a tool of information, reaching information to the public. But now the opposition is promising the same, although they have not fulfilled their own promises in the past.
Last question. Is it definite that you will be the DMK Alliance's chief ministerial candidate, or could we see other candidates come up?
என்னை வைத்து தான் இந்த தேர்தல் யார் முதலமைச்சர் என்பதை எடுத்துச் சொல்லித்தான் நடைபெறுகிறது. நான் முதலமைச்சராக 6வது முறை வர வேண்டும் என்றுதான் கூட்டணி கட்சிகள் எல்லாம் தலைவர்கள் எல்லாம் விரும்பி அதை மக்களுக்கு அறிவித்து வாக்கு சேகரித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள்.
It's me, and it's on this promise that DMK is contesting to make me the CM for the 6th time.
And any message for Jayalalitha?
பாவம்.
I pity her.
All right, so despite the raging controversies nationally and so much national attention, a confident DMK chief not just asserting that he is the chief ministerial candidate, but saying that he pities Jayalalitha. The voter will have the last word, saying that the DMK will stand by and let the law take its own course on the 2G scam, irrespective of whether the investigation leads actually to the doorstep of more DMK leaders, as the CBI is yet to file its supplementary charge sheets. Barkha Dutt for NDTV.
Well, in more news from the DMK camp, in the campaign fray for this elections is also, of course, Deputy Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. He is campaigning in the constituency of Kolathur. Now, from the opposition alliance, he faces Saada Duraisamy of the AIADMK. Reports suggest that Stalin hit out at the AIADMK chief Jayalalitha during his campaign in Kolathur, and he alleged that she remembers Tamil Nadu only during elections and she will settle down in Kodanad afterwards.
தேர்தல் நேரத்தில் மட்டும் வருவாங்க, தேர்தல் நேரத்தில் மட்டும் வந்து உறுதிமொழிகளை சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆக வரப்போ அவங்களுக்கு இந்த இந்த தேர்தலில் எப்படியாவது மக்களை ஏமாற்ற வேண்டும், பொய் சொல்ல வேண்டும் என்ற நிலையிலே தான் சிலர் இருக்கலாம். ஆகவே சில பேருக்கு தேர்தல் வந்தால்தான் நினைவுக்கு வரும் தமிழ்நாடு, தேர்தல் முடிந்தால் அவருடைய நினைவுக்கு வருவது கொடநாடு என்பதும் நாம் வரலாற்றில் தொடர்ந்து பார்த்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறோம்.
Shifting focus a little here, the Madras High Court has finally given a verdict on the status of U. Sahayam as the Madurai collector. He will continue to operate as the collector of Madurai as of now. And this comes after the Madras High Court dismissed the petition against him. The court upheld the claims of Sahayam's advocate that the allegations were based on media reports which had apparently misconstrued the comments made by the collector. Now earlier, Satyavani, who represents the self-help groups in Madurai, had filed a petition for shifting him. She referred to the speeches made by the collector and claimed that the speeches were partisan. And after the Dravidian parties, it's the BJP's turn to unleash some star power. But does the Dream Girl have her eyes on more than just the vote bank? Find out in just a bit.